This is the Schmo with the Pro. He's 19-5. He's a top UFC lightweight in the world. Jared Flash Gordon in the flesh, Las Vegas, Nevada, UFC 282. How we doing?
I'm well. How are you?
The Schmo can't complain, man. You finally get the fight you've been calling for. Paddy the Baddy Pimblett. It's not just any other fight, though. You're the co-main event of this fight card. It's a pay-per-view.
Yes. Very excited. We were third to last fight, and, due to injury and unfortunate circumstances, we have been bumped up to co-main. The bridge of incidents. I'm just walking towards fulfilling what I have to do, and it has put me exactly in this spot at this moment.
So you've been calling this guy out for quite some time. Why do you think he finally took the bait and has accepted the fight with you, Mr. Flash Gordon?
Well, Schmo, that is where you're wrong.
Okay.
I fought his teammate Chris Fishgold in Fight Island in 2020, and that is Paddy's teammate. I beat Chris, and as Paddy was getting signed, before he made his debut, in interviews, he was throwing names out. They were asking, who do you want to fight in your debut? And I was one of the names he mentioned because he wanted to get that win back for his team. And so he had my name in his mouth before I ever said a word about him. And 3 fights later, here we are. Be careful what you wish for.
You both have 19 victories. There's a lot of hype behind his name. Do you think the hype is real? Or do you think that, hey, he's got the blonde hair, he's got the blue eyes, he's a good-looking guy, he's got the nice accent, and maybe he's getting a little extra oomph, a little bump because of that?
Yeah, I believe, where he comes from, the city, they really get behind their people. And, he had a big following before making his UFC debut. I'm not looking at it like it's hype. I think that maybe with the amount of fights that he has had, that he has gained a lot more popularity than most people. So people will call it hype. But if I look at it like it's a hype train and that he is not as good as they're making him out to be, that could be a big mistake on my part. So I'm going in there like I'm fighting Godzilla, and I'm expecting the best fighter ever. And that's what I prepared for, and I'm ready to do what I have to do to get the victory.
Well, you're someone who's fought in multiple weight divisions, and you fought the best of the best, one of them being Charles Oliveira. When you look at Paddy the Baddy's skill set, where does it rank amongst the top guys that you've faced so far in your career?
Well, I believe the level of competition that I have fought surpasses the competition that Paddy has fought. I fought Diego Ferreira, I fought Charles, Joaquim Silva, Grant Dawson, Joe Selecki. I fought some other good strikers, Grant and Joe being, black belt studs. So I believe that the level of competition I faced is far superior than what he's faced. But like I said, I'm not looking past him, and I'm just ready to go do what I do best, man.
How do you envision getting your hand raised Saturday evening T-Mobile Arena amongst the thousands and thousands of people watching live and on the TV screen?
I'm going to break him. I'm going to drown him. I'm going to bring him to a place that he's never felt or been before. On camera, if you watch me, I look beatable, and, I have lost before, so I could see how someone would watch film and think, all right, this isn't an easy fight. I'm not throwing the most flashy moves, but what I do is very effective, and when you're in there with me, it feels completely different. And he's in the deep end of the pool now, so I'm going to break him.
A few weeks back, it was UFC 280. You were over in Dubai. You were training with Bilal Muhammad, who's getting ready for his huge win. And you were also training with Khabib, Islam Makhachev, and some of the other Dagestan guys. What's the biggest lesson you learned training over there that you're taking to this training camp?
Consistency. They do basically the same thing every day. And it's very long and arduous training. But they do what works, nonstop, and it's just over and over and over and over. And it's not necessarily how hard they're sparring, and punching at each other, but the grappling is super, super tough, nonstop, for long periods of grappling. And when they spar, it's more technical. And then the guys that are going harder in the cage, and the coaches are watching them specifically, while the rest of the guys are outside of the cage, doing their own thing, but just moving with each other, getting a look. And I was really impressed with how they ran their practices. And like I said, it was 2 hours every morning of the same thing every day, and just not like no stopping. And by the time the practice is over, you're done, but they stick to the basics, man. And look how successful they are.
And you primarily train with some of the best, Kill Cliff FC, South Florida. You have some crazy killers in the gym. Obviously, great coaching. Is the confidence, would you say, right now at this juncture of your career, the highest it's ever been?
Yeah, I'm the best fighter that I've ever been. I'm on, the best stride of my career, besides obviously losing to Grant, who is, I think, 7-0-1 in the UFC. And, I've really felt like that I just made a couple of mistakes in that fight, and that he didn't really want to fight with me, but he made it into a grappling match, which is where he won. So there was like kind of a loophole, but he found it. And he, hats off to Grant. And we're friends now. We talk all the time, and he's one hell of a competitor. But my other fights, I've blown through the competition out of my last 5 fights besides Grant. So yeah, I think I'm at the best pinnacle part of my career, but it's only going to get better, and this is just the start. After I win Saturday, things are only going to get harder and bigger from here. So,
and the Schmo wants to just jump out at the similarities between you and Paddy the Baddy Pimblett. Obviously, you both have 19 wins. We mentioned that, but both of you want to spread awareness, spread positivity, make this world a better place. So do you have a post-fight victory speech already for you set on the mic for your big Schmoman Saturday evening?
Yeah, of course. I always run through a basic dialogue of what I want to say after, I win. And you'll just have to see when they raise my hand and I say what I have to say.
Over or under 90 seconds?
I'm going to have to go over with that one. Yeah.
Long speech.
The speech. I thought you meant the fight. I think under 90 I can get it done in, yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. And can we get a final message for all the Flash Gordon fans out there worldwide?
Stay tuned. I'm going to whip this boy's butt, and it's going to be an exciting, fun fight. And you're in for a treat. December 10th, 2022 at the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. Jared Gordon will be victorious.
He's the pro on the Schmo Las Vegas. We're out.